morning, everyone. This is, I'm going to call this part 6, but I left off at the ribbing of the sleeve to finish off. This is the last row. I turned this inside out to connect, to close the sleeve. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, as we do on the other one. Hold on, let me move this. So we've got 16. Actually, you could go 2, 4, 6, but I just counted each rib as 1. Technically, they're 2. So I turned the sweater inside out because I'm going to seam the sleeve together by doing slip stitch. So I'm going to go in each stitch and slip stitch. There should be 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I disturbing you? 9, and then just go in that last stitch there. 10. And I was interrupting her nap. Okay, I'm taking this board off I made. I need to get another wood looking adhesive. Okay, so before I lock that, I want to look at it from the outside, from the right side out. You can't even really tell. Ooh, I don't like the way that looks. Or do I? Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. Something snagged on it. It's fine. No, I don't like the way it looks. We're going to start over. So, yeah. Don't fasten off totally until... See that? I don't like the way that looks. Something's not right. So, I'm going to redo it. I must have missed the top stitch. Yeah. Alright. So I'm going to slip stitch at the top, the very top. Those 2 right there. I don't know what I did wrong, y'all. You know what? I'm going to go back in. Hold on. That's what happened. We lost a stitch there. Okay. Alright, so now going to slip stitch. There, now it's perfect. I'm just going in the inside, in the one stitch there, the outside stitch. Just one stitch. And I'm just gonna like attach, or there's gonna be a hole there, yep. So I'm going to let's see how that looks. It looks good. Alright, I want to still use it. I'm not going to fasten off quite yet. Stitch marker is going to hold on to that just in case I have to undo it. So I think that looks much better. Yeah, sometimes I'm not a pro, so I'm winging it when I do this stuff. So that's much better. Much better. What did you think? I think that's beautiful. Much better. Now I want to look at I've already done this one. Oh, let's see what this one looks like. This one I'm going to redo. I'm redoing it, y'all. Because look at it. I don't like the way it looks. It was late yesterday. And yeah. Okay. So. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 3. I want to look at something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Hold on. Alright. I gotta count this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15. Okay, yep. Alright. Slip stitch. Let's see how it looks. It's so dark, the yarn, it's hard to see. So this one's much better. Much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So it's A lot better. No, I'm going to undo it. Something ain't right. The last 3 stitches don't look right. Look at me down here. So hard to see. Ugh. Now the end, I go in both loops. Okay, let's see how Nancy did this time. I only went halfway down. I only frogged half of it. I may have to do the whole thing. I don't know. Let's see. Much better. No, I need to do the whole thing. I need to do the whole... I don't know. I need to go in both. Alright. Alright, I gotta frog back this. I don't know. I don't really like the way it's laying. So, I'm going to frog back just the beginning of the seam where I closed it. It's dark and it's hard to see this yarn. There we go. You guys can see it better on camera than I can. I'm going both loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10. Slip stitch. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, no, I'm not counting that right. that's how I close the sleeve. I think it looks okay. I went in both loops. I probably should have just went on let's see. It looks good. I think it looks good. No, it looks good. It looks better here than it does on the inside. So I think it looks perfect. Yay! So I can fasten off. Well, I'll do that when I get ready to sew everything in. So I think it looks great. So both sleeves look perfect. Both of them look perfect. Join there, join there, join there. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the hoodie. Now, this is going to be my first hoodie I've ever done. To be quite honest, if I've done it, I don't recall if I've ever done one. Okay, this is the right side. So we want to be on the right side. And I've already marked it. Let me show you. Not made. Excuse her, but it's not made. Okay, now I'm going to work on the hoodie. I don't ever remember doing a hoodie, but I'm pretty sure. Let me show you. Excuse, that's her bed. It's a hot mess. Let me get my fancy board up on my lap again. Okay, so what I did was I marked where I want the hoodie to start, the brim. I think I'm going to go up to here. I'm going to go right at the armpit. And I don't know if this is going to work, y'all. So we'll go up to the armpit. Where's the other armpit? Right here. The worst thing that can happen is Nancy will have to rip it out if it's not gonna work. But what it'll do is it'll fold, as you'll see. It's gonna be a rectangle that I'm gonna create. A rectangle. Yeah, I think that's a good start. And I'm just going to fasten on, and I'm going to do my stitches that I've been doing. I'm going to do the 5 trebles, like 3 rows, and then doubles, and then trebles. And I think I'm going to do, let's decide. I think I'm going to do what I did on the sleeves. I'm going to start out with 5. You know what? I'm going to alternate 3 doubles. Or what I'll do is, I think I'm going to keep it trebles, but I'm going to alternate rows of chain 1, skip 1. But I'm going to keep it all trebles because I'm going to be going this way, and you don't want to run into, well, I'll do a row of trebles and then a row of doubles. So, yeah, I think it'll be okay. So, I'm going to start out with doubles all the way around, probably about 4 rows, and then throw in some trebles, 5 trebles, skip 1, chain 1, 5 trebles, play it by ear. Yeah. And I'm going to do the same for the pocket. The pockets, the bottom of it's going to be double crochet, and I think I'm going to put a row of trebles, and then the last row double crochet. So it's it's sturdy. yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'll share that with you when I get to the pockets. But I think I've got mostly, the hardest part of this whole cardigan is the ribbing. It's not hard, it's the longest. And I'm going to chain 14 and I'll have probably 13. It'll be as wide as this, the ribbing. So pretty much, I'm pretty sure it will be. So let me find what I have left of my working yarn. Oh. So go to the armpit of your garment, or you might want to wait and see what I do. If it doesn't work out, I'll delete it and start over. So, but you want to work on the right side. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on my lap. She doesn't go far from me. Yeah. So I'm going to do stack double crochet. Yeah. And in the trebles, I think I'm going to do, let me see how many stitches I'm going to do. I'm going to have to do a couple in the trebles because they're kind of wide, you know. I might have to do 3. So there's 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochet. Yeah, I think I'm going to do 2. Yeah, I'll do 2 doubles and then, you know, kind of play it by ear. 2 doubles. I don't want to do 3 because I think it'll spread out. 3, and then this next stitch I'm going to do another double. And then 2 more double crochets, because that is a treble. So I've done, you got a treble here and a treble here. So I've done 1, 2 treble, and then you got a stitch in between. I did a double crochet in there, and then I did 2 more trebles, and then there's another stitch. I'm going to do a double crochet, and then we've got a double here. I'm just going to do 1 double crochet in that double crochet in the side of it, and then here's like a stitch. I'm going to do, you know, just do your stitches evenly and try to do the same amount on each side. So I'm going to go back and count and make sure. So here's another stitch. Another stitch. A lot of times people will go ahead and do single crochets to start something like this, but I'm doing a double. It seems to be okay. Maybe if it was a different color, I don't know, y'all. I'm not a pro. I'm just having fun. Okay, we're back at another treble, so I want to do 2 in that treble. And then I did 2, and then that stitch, and then 2 treble, 2 in the side of this treble. You just got to pay attention, and I think I'm running out of yarn. I may have to start a new skein. Oh wait. 2 doubles in that treble, and then a double in that stitch, and then here's the treble, so I'm going to do 2 doubles, hold on, it's a stacked treble, so you got to go in that stitch. Hear my dad in the shop. There's a stitch there. Treble. Okay, and we're at the neck. So I want to count how many stitches I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 right up to the back panel. The back panel is right here. This is the neck, the back of the neck right here. So I'm going to do, so I got 25. I'm going to do 2 here, 2 here, and then I'm going to do 1 in every stitch across. And then this, I'm going to do 2, and then 1. Okay? I think that'll work out. Well, wait a minute. I did 2. I'm going to do 1 right here, there, and then 2, and then 1 in that stitch, 1 in that stitch, 1 in that stitch. Yeah, I'm just doing 1 double crochet in the top of each of these stitches on the back, on the neck part. And then 2 here in this big gap, which is a chain space. And then 1 double crochet in the top of each stitch, until we get to the other big gap. And again, this is going to be the hoodie. All right, so 2 double crochets in this big gap, our chain space, and then I did 1 more right here as we transition over to the side panel. So these are trebles, so we're going to do 2 double crochets in each treble. This is not a treble right here, that is the stitch in between, so that's the treble. We're going to do 2 in that one. And then the stitch in between. And then a treble. Well, the heavens have given us rain this morning. My plants are looking a little happier now that I got them in partial shade. I moved them closer to the oak tree that I'm under. just think that direct sunlight and with the excessive heat, we're in the double crochets. We're just doing one double crochet in each double crochet. Alright, I'm going to start counting. Let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I may have a problem. Let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 24, 25, 26, 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yep, there's 26. Might be 27. It might be off one stitch, but I don't think that's going to make a big difference. I really don't. No, I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference, because this is actually a stacked, and it could actually be equivalent to, I can make 2 stitches. If I have to do an increase, I will. I think it'll be fine. I'll even it out. All right, so next is going to be a stack double crochet. Let's see how it looks. It may be too long. I don't know. I kind of like the way it looks with the 3 of it with this yarn. If it was probably regular acrylic, the basic value acrylic, I would only do 2. But this yarn is a little bit, I don't know, it's nice yarn. It's got a little bit of play. You can't see all the details because of all the different browns. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Going the right way. So I could go on and make this video extremely long. And today I don't have my speaker on. But you guys should be able to hear me because I have my phone right up to my chin here. Shouldn't be a problem, but you might be able to hear that. The thing about the speakers is you don't hear all that background noise as much as you would hear it like what I'm doing right now. I think those little mics help. They focus on me and not what's behind me so much. Because yesterday's video, I had a loud fan on and you couldn't hear it. At least what I played today, I couldn't hear it. And my fingers are going numb on my left hand. My middle finger and my ring finger. and a little bit of my thumb. This finger, yeah, these four, my pinky isn't numb, but these four are numb, I'll take a moment when I get to the end. But I think this might work, y'all, for the hoodie. And then when it gets tall enough, which I'm going to go try 20 rounds estimated. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm guessing. Electrician came over today and marked all the spots. I wanted plenty of electrical outlets. I hate cords, y'all, and I have so many cords in this camper. This camper's a fire hazard. I fear to leave her alone in it. Between the air conditioner blowing a fuse and all the extension cords. I mean, I lived in a camper for 2 years, but the camper I lived in for 2 years was big enough. It had storage under the dining room tables for pots and pans. It had a little pantry. It had cabinets for dishes. The cabinets are tiny. There's no cabinets underneath. There's 2 kitchen drawers, which isn't much. It's spacious in here in the living room. The bedroom, the closets, whoever designed those closets, you can't even shut the door. I mean, the clothes hang out. The rod that you hang the clothes on, it needs to be moved. But if you move it, the shelf will fall. That's on the outside. I kid you not. Everything's tied in to one another. The bathroom cabinet, it has a cabinet, and I got a lot of stuff in it, and it has a linen closet there. It's not real big, but at least I do have a linen closet. There's a loose end. I need to... Oh, that's my beginning. I'm like, where did this come from? All right, turn your work. So this is what it looks like so far. I think it's going to work, y'all. I think it's going to work. I'm just going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then I'll sew the very top. I'll put it together so the top and your head will fit on it. So I hope, Sandra, I hope you want it. That was the plan from the get-go anyways, to put a hood and pockets. So, but if she doesn't want it, I can frog it back. I got to show you guys how I do it though. So, but I'm doing a stack double crochet. I'm doing 3 stacks. You can just do 2. I'm going to the next stitch, and we're going to do double crochets all the way across. We're going to go back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to go 20 rows, and then I'll get back on here. I'm going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of doubles, and then I'm going to do 4 rows of trebles. And then 4 rows, now I'm only going to do 3 rows of trebles. 4 of double, 3 of trebles. I love the trebles. If I change it, I'll get back on here and share that with you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I'll do. When I get to the trebles, I'll get back on here and do a couple rows with you guys. So I've got 2 rows to do, and I will be back. Okay, I am back. Still working on the hoodie of this cardigan. I did 4 rows of double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I started the treble pattern that's in this cardigan. My stitching was off a little bit. I was able to do 5, chain 1 space, 1, 5, all the way across. I was short 2 stitches. So what I did to get the 5 I only had 3 trebles on the corner. So what I did was I frogged back to here, and I did an increase. So I did treble, 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 well, here an increase. So I put 2 in one stitch and then 1. So it gave 5, chain 1, and then treble, treble. I did an increase in the first one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it equaled it out. So it's easy if you come up short and you think you know, in this case I wanted it even on each side. So I went ahead and did increases, and it worked out perfect. So I'm going to do 3 rows of the trebles. So turn my work. And I'm going to do 4 stacks to make a treble, a stacked treble. 2, 3, 4. And that's how you do a stacked treble. You guys should know that by now. And the trebles are yarn over twice. And yeah, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. But yeah, anytime you're short, you can always squeeze in an increase that's not so, you know, discreetly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, skip 1. Basically just jump over that chain space. That's what we did. And then the next, you know, I'm going to do 3 rows of this, and then I'm going to go back to the double crochet, and I will do a double crochet in this chain space in between every treble, and go all the way across and go back and forth. You can do this the pattern you like. I'm going to do 4 double, 3 treble, 4 double, 3 treble. So 4, 5, 6, 7. If I do that 2 more times, that would be times 3, that would be 21 rows. And we'll probably need more than 21 rows. Because we need this tall. It's got to go over our head. Okay, this has got to go over our head and seam it up. And then we will do the ribbing all the way down, all the way around, like this. So that's how you do a hoodie. So it's deep enough. It's just we've got to build it up tall. So you guys just try it on when you think it's tall enough, and then we'll seam it up. And then on this video I'm going to show you how to do the ribbing and hopefully the pockets, and we'll be done. Hopefully. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit when you get your hoodie as tall as you want it. But I think you guys get it now. So this is going to be your hoodie, and this will be the top of your head. So we need it tall. And it'll lay beautifully once the ribbing and everything is on. So I outdid myself here. I wasn't too sure it was going to work out. I've never done a hoodie. So a lot of people are like, you're so good, you're good. I'm not a designer. I'm a beginner. Because something I hear very often is, if you're not a designer, who was it? I was watching Tony, TLY Crafts or something like that. She's like, people make a cardigan and they consider themselves a designer. They have no business, until they, I guess, have more experience. I do this for fun, and everybody knows that I do this for fun. I've never claimed to be a designer. Wish I was. I admire a lot of designers, but everything is through the school of hard knocks here. I think the reason I can figure out some things is because I knew enough about sewing. If you know how to sew, you kind of get it, how things fit together, how things should be sewn together or put together, as far as making you know, wearables. I'm talking about wearables. So, and even with amigurumis, you know, I kind of have an idea of, you know, how to sew an arm on, and, you know, and how to hide stuff, and it all over time it grows and you get better. But that's how I've learned to do cardigans, because I knew just enough. I learned in home ec in 8th and 9th grade. I took home ec and learned enough how to sew. And then, you know, somewhere along in my life, I had some granny squares that I made. I have no clue who taught me how to do that. I don't know. I might have figured it out on my own. It was back when there was no internet. I didn't even have TV. I had one channel. Okay? And I had to stand on one leg for it to play. No, I'm kidding. But you know what I mean. So out here at my mom and dad's, we didn't have... Mom and dad had a big satellite. They were fancy schmancy. You know, back then. You had to have money. I was poor. I lived across the street in a double wide. It was a nice double wide. It was a brand new double wide. The kids loved it over there. They had their own rooms, and their rooms were huge. I made sure I got a Skyline mobile home, and the rooms were huge in that mobile home. I could not afford to build a mobile home like that today. That's how ridiculously high stuff is. Oh, Nancy forgot to chain one, space one. Skip one, I mean, there. But anyway, so go ahead, do your patterns. Do it where, you know, it's a little loose at the top of your head. You don't want it tight on your head, okay? So I'll meet you back when you get your rows. I'm going to attempt 21s. I don't think that's enough, but it might be. I don't know. All right. I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, y'all. Well, I finished. So let me try it on and see. I think it's going to be enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this together inside out. Okay. The wrong side out, and then slip stitch it or single crochet, however you want to do it, all the way across. And that will make your hoodie. I'm trying to see if it's inside out. I can't remember. No, it's right side out. But still, let's go ahead and see how it looks. I got plenty of room to keep it right side out and sew it inside out, you know. It is so... Now, the sleeves, armpit's good. Some people don't like the sleeves like this. They like them a little bit fuller. You can lock this if you wanted to. Anyways, okay. Okay, here we go. Let me clamp it together so you guys get the full effect. Hold on. Bear with me here. She got a hold of some of my clamps last night. She pulled them out of the basket. So I put them in a new container that has a lid. So, you guys, I get these clamps on Amazon. I can't remember what they're called. If I can find the link, I'll try to put the link in there. It's Can't remember what they're called. Garment clips. I'm not sure. You can get them on TEMU. You can get them anywhere. Oh no, I pulled out 4 stitches. Dang it. Hold on. That's what stitch markers are for. I know. All right. I moved everything. I'm putting it back in that. Dang it. Because I poured everything out of this because she kept getting in it. I'm going to pour it back in there because that is easy access for me. This other container, I can barely get my fingers in it. Hang on, y'all. There we go. We're getting there. Okay. Stitch marker. So we did that first time. All right. And then, so yeah, wrong side. This is the wrong side. And so we're going to clamp everything together. So you guys can get a really good idea of what it's supposed to look like. You guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Clamp. These clamps are wonderful for holding garments together till you get them sewn together or whatever. Even just to hold them together to check out sizes, you know. All right. Okay, so this is kind of how it'll lay. And it's going to have a border on it. Hold on. And it's going to have a border on it, y'all. Okay. And then the border is going to come all the way down. So this won't even, you won't even see this. But yeah. And it'll have 2 pockets. And I think I'm so proud of myself. I'm very proud of this. And I'm going to see if Mama Swift can help me with the pattern. But it's going to take a lot of work. And I'll have to do a better tutorial than what I've done. A lot more detailed, not a crochet along so much. But, you know, I do have friends. Because I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing it for y'all. And if I can get a friend to do the tutorial, that would be better. And then if I could do, I don't know, get a pattern out there, you know. But I would need help. So now I'm just going to slip stitch this all the way. Well, actually, I'm going to do it from the front to back because my working yarn is right here at the edge. And then we're going to attach the ribbing. And y'all, that's almost a home run. We got 2 pockets to make. And you can make them however big you want. I'm going to make pockets and teach you how I make this pocket, but you can do it any way you want. You want a pocket that will hold something and won't fall through the holes. So I'm going to do probably double crochet, except at the very top I'll do 1 or 2 rows of the treble so that you can use the pocket, you know. So. And buttons. I believe I'm going to do buttons. So I'm going to have to go to the house, or I don't know. I have to think about it. Brown wood buttons I have at the house, about that big around. So we'll have to wonder how, I think it's like 2 stitches or 3 stitches. You leave an opening on each side. I'll figure it out. I'll mark out where I want the buttons. I'll have to go, I'll have to use another garment to compare it, another sweater with buttons. So we have the buttons in the right spot. But yeah, so that might delay it a little. But that'll be the last video. So. I'm excited. And I just can't hide it. All right. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. All right. My green light on. So in that very first, top of that first stitch, I'm gonna slip stitch. And then hold my yarn like this, and I'm gonna go into every stitch. And slip stitch. Every treble, every double crochet. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go on the top of every treble. Slip stitch all the way across. And the top of those stitches. And then the chain space. Do a slip stitch and then go on the top of the next. The top of the next treble is right there. And the one behind it is right there. And slip stitch. Yeah, just go into every stitch across and slip stitch, and then in the chain space. Let me just double check. Yeah, we're inside out. You know how many times I've had the frog stuff because I did it right inside or the wrong side. Out. Go under both loops, okay? Don't go in one loop. When you go in that top stitch, go in both loops. Yeah, see, I'm in both loops. And on the other side, go in both loops. And slip stitch. But, yeah, I'll have to send this video over to my other my phone that I've been doing the tutorial on this. I'm on my iPad right now, but I can use this and the crochet along. So now we're going to go in the chain space, slip stitch, and then anywhere you can go under 2 loops, do it. This makes it a little more sturdy. You could do double crochets all the way around and then do that. But this is fine. Should be. I need to relax. I catch myself all tensed up. My slip stitch. All right. We're almost there, y'all. This is exciting for me. So this will be part 6, the hoodie, and I do want to show you how I start the ribbing so that you guys that are ready for it can get started. I know there's some that finished it that, you know how to do ribbing, and they know how I did the other cardigan. Oh, wait. I almost forgot that last. There's a last stitch there. Okay. Well, there. I did a single crochet in that last one. So it's perfect. Yay. I'm excited. Let's see how it looks. That's how it looks, the seam. I think it's beautiful. Yay. Okay. So now I need to... You look so good. Yay. All right, I am going to start the ribbing on the right. I'm going to turn this right side out, and I'm going to start on the right side of the cardigan, which is, it's right side out, okay? And the right arm. I'm going to start, yep, I'm going to work my way this way, all the way around. I'm going to go all the way around the hood. So again, if you guys don't know how to do a ribbing, I'm going to give you a quick crash course. All right. I'm not going to do ribbing on the bottom. I'm only going to do it in that first stitch. That's the last stitch. All right. Anyway. This is exciting. This is like, I never thought I would get to this moment here. Okay, you already made a slip stitch. Pull through. Tighten it. Okay, so now you're going to chain 13. So you'll have 12. No, let's do, yeah, 13 and you'll have 12 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we're going to do 12. You can do them as wide as you want, 12. Okay, and that way I'll have to have 11 stitches. 1, I'm going in the back bump of each stitch. So we got 12. Sorry, am I in your way? I have 12 chains. So we're going to go in the second bump from the hook. Pull up a loop. Pull through 2. Go through the back bump right there. Back bump. So when you do your chain, don't do it too tight. And then double crochet. And then next bump. And you're going to go in every bump and do a single crochet in every bump all the way to the beginning. And you should count. I'm counting 11. You did 12. If you did 13, you should have 12. If you did 14, you should have 13. Okay? Because you go in the second loop from the hook. So yeah, lose a stitch. But we're going in the back loop, back loop. And you all should know what that back loop is. It's not always easy, but as you get better at crocheting, it gets easier and easier to find. Okay, I'm in that loop. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, I got 11. Okay, I can't get in there. Okay, so now I'm going to go in this first loop. Oh my God. First loop. And then the second loop. Hold on. Okay, I gotta hurry up and finish. Everybody's at the pool. The dogs are at the pool. So I want to share with you real quick. So I got the ribbing. You go in the first, on the sleeves I did it different because I wanted it to be a little more bound. This, I want it to be more relaxed. So I just went in the first stitch, then the second stitch, because you got row 1, and then on the way back, row 2. So you want to slip stitch in the first stitch and then slip stitch in the second for the second row. So I slip stitched, I turn my work. And how many stitches was it again? 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So in the first stitch, I want to go in both legs, the first and the last stitch. So 1, and then now in the back loop. 2, and you need good lighting when you have brown yarn. 3, 4, remember it's in the back loop. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now the 11th one, we want to go on both loops, the front and the back loop. Okay? And then turn. And go back in that first front and back loop and do another single crochet. And you're going to do 11 all the way to when you work your way back. So 3, 4, now I'm going in the back loop again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the last one you go on both loops, 11. And then you're going to want to go in, hold on, that's the last stitch there. So you're going to want to go in that first loop there, right there, and slip stitch. And then the second one, slip stitch. And, you just want to line it up straight. You don't want too much of a gap here, but since we got trebles, that's okay. And when you get to the doubles, the gaps will be a little bit smaller, but anyways, you might have to do 2 slip stitches in the same because it's a treble. But you can see, like, this is a treble. It's got a loop. It's got a loop here you can go in, right here. And there's a loop here you can go in, right there. So you could do 2. Do 2 in these trebles. And then when you get to the doubles, just do it in 1, each stitch in 1. Slip stitch. Because you're going to slip stitch this. As you make this wider, you're going to bring it in, slip stitch it to the garment twice. So now turn my work and go in. So that's 1, 2. I just want to make sure my count's right. 3, 4, 5. I'm going in the back loop. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. Turn your work. You see how that is? So when I come back, I'm going to slip stitch right here, right there, and right there. So for the row up, slip stitch, and then slip stitch there for the row back down. I hope that makes sense. And for the first and the last stitch, the first and the 11th stitch, you go in both loops. And then the rest of them are all the back. And that's how you get this ribbing. It's really cool when it's done. So. And if there's too big of a gap, grab the next. You want to grab another stitch, but I think it'll be fine once we get it all attached. So anyways, so that's what we're going to do, and we're going to go. I will meet you back when I get to this area here so you see what I do. It's pretty much the same. You just keep on going. But that's your hoodie, you know, but you want to keep on going like you've been. That little dent should not affect you at all. You just roll with it and try to make all the stitches look even. So, and once we get that done, then it's the pockets. And we are all done, y'all, and sewing in the ends. So I'm going to go swimming, and I'm going to release this video. I hope, and then the next time I see you will be part 7, and I'll have that complete in the pocket. And then we'll roll with however. So, and I'll see everybody Monday. So I hope y'all enjoy this. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.